start this video saying I'm not a healthcare professional, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I am not a OBGYN, I'm not a gynae doctor, I am none of those things. I'm talking from personal experience and research that I looked up prior to this video. Let's go ahead and get into our Girl Talk episode 2. What's up, you guys? It's me, Aliyah. Welcome back to another Girl Talk video. If you're new here, hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're a returning watcher or subscriber, hey, I missed you. I hope you've been having a great life. I hope both of you, wherever you stand, is having an amazing morning, evening, and night. But as you read from the title, today we're doing a Girl Talk revolving around hygiene, and I thought this was very appropriate because it is about to be summertime, which brings heat, which brings some things that girls get very insecure about, meaning BO, how they smell good, how they can get rid of some like skin imperfections. Now, I'm not telling you to change anything about yourself. You do not have to take my advice. You can watch this at a pure entertainment. Basically, in this video, I'll be going over any hygiene related things, so like lotion, perfume, period, hair removal, anything in that realm will be addressed in this video. I asked what you guys wanted to hear in this Girl Talk about hygiene. I asked on my Instagram, so if you don't follow that, go ahead and follow it so you can be a part of the next one. But I'm gonna go ahead and start answering these questions. Now, just a little disclaimer, hygiene is a very touchy topic, so you can take how I say how you want it, but I'm trying to make this sound just very like neutral for everybody to like understand, because I know hygiene is a very touchy topic in 2019 but I'm gonna answer these as best as I can. Before I start answering questions, I forgot, we do face masks in this series. If you're new here, I'm gonna do a Glam Glow face mask. It's the Glam Glow Gravity Mud Firming Treatment. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this on, and then let's get into the Girl Talk. Go ahead and throw on your face mask, get some ice cream, get some pizza. We're about to have a little one-on-one, okay? I'll be back in about a few seconds for you, but about like 10 minutes for me. So I'll be right back and I'll see you in a second. I'm gonna get into the Girl Talk questions. First one is kind of touchy already, but I mean, it's a girl talk. We're supposed to be personal and, you know, all that jazz. Is showering every day necessary? My personal opinion is that I feel like everybody, boys and girls, I know this is a girl talk, but I feel like everybody should shower at least once a day if they can. And I know you're typically not supposed to, like, you're really not supposed to shower every day because, like, you know, your natural body oils get stripped off and everything, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's comfortable. And if you don't want to shower every day, that's on you, but just make sure you're still taking care of yourself, so you know you're very fresh and clean and all that. You know what your body needs. I'm just speaking my opinion, so that's just my 2 cents. You do what you want to do, but you asked for my opinion, so I'm giving it to you. What do you do to smell good going through your period? I'm actually going through my period right now. Teehee. For my period, I like to shower very often because, you know, I don't like feeling gross. I keep baby wipes on me, so if I need to like wipe anywhere, get any like residues off me, I can, just so I don't feel sticky. And like buildup of that like blood down there can really make like a odor. So this goes into my next point, which is you should be changing your pad / tampon every few hours. I don't care if the box says 6 to 8 hours. You should be changing your pad / tampon every like 3 to 4 hours. And it depends on your flow, because like, I mean, yeah, sometimes your flow is like shorter, so you can like maybe push it out like an extra hour. Me personally, my heaviest days are my day 2 and day 3 of my period, so I find myself changing pads and tampons every few hours, maybe like every 3 hours, because 1, I don't like leakage, and 2, it just feels gross when that stuff builds up, and 3, you don't want to walk around smelling like coins and pennies and like period. It's just nasty. I just recommend changing every few hours, keeping baby wipes on you, and keeping like your body clean. So, you know, baby wipes keeping you fresh down there during the day, and then showering as much as you want or as much as you need. How to keep your kitty smelling fresh. Now, this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, and I feel like it shouldn't be as sensitive it is, because it is part of taking care of yourself, sadly, for girls and women all over the world. It's a very high expectation, sadly, in society, but if you want to take care of yourself and keep her down, cooter cat area, smelling fresh, I have some tips for you. So my first one is keeping yourself hydrated. This is very important because if you don't drink water, first of all, you're dehydrated, which isn't good for you, but second, down there can dry out from a lack of H2O, water, agua, whatever you want to call it, and that leads to dryness and very uncomfortable feelings down there. And like, I've never personally felt this because I keep myself hydrated, but I looked it up and I found out if you don't drink water, down there can get dried out and feel really uncomfortable, and you have to walk, which means it goes like this, which means it's even more uncomfortable. Also, wear cotton underwear / panties. I don't like saying panties, I say underwear. So wear cotton underwear so down there can air out in and out. So when you're underwear shopping, make sure you look at the tag and see what percent of cotton it is. I like to get 90 to 95% cotton, or as close to 100% as possible. Trust me, there are some really cute undies that are 100% cotton. You have to look good enough. They might not be name brand, but they're good for you because you can air yourself out, because cotton increases the airflow, or it gives your punani down there airflow compared to like spandex or like anything else. It's just way better for you, and it airs it out and it gets rid of all those bacteria and just lets you like be out there, you know. let it breathe. Another one that's very touchy is eat healthy foods. And I'm not saying you have to change your whole diet, but just make sure you're not eating strictly junk foods. Like, don't eat Wendy's every day and then wonder why you're not the freshest. Like, maybe just throw in some water in there. Like, even water helps. Like, I mean, in the summer it's very, I'm not gonna say difficult because it's not, but it's very different taking care of down there because of the weather, and you know, you feel achy, you're sweating everywhere. So I say, especially in the summertime, drink a lot of water and fruit, because those vitamins and everything goes throughout your body, and they all have different goodies for your body. And down there, like I'm saying again, do not have to change your whole diet. Just add in some fruit, some veggies, some water. Just throw it in there, keep it in the mix, because you want to stay fresh. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay fresh and so clean, if you feel me? Also, another thing people don't talk about, I know the topic of bath, like sitting in a tub, is like very controversial, because it's like you're not cleaning yourself. But regardless, I feel like everybody should sit down in the tub and soak for like 10-20 minutes 1 to 2 times a week. Now, before you attack me and say that baths are nasty, let me say this first. Shower first, get the surface dirt off you first, and then get in the tub. So clean yourself before you get in the tub. I know this is a lot of water going to waste, but you want it to be clean, so I'm telling you how I personally like to stay clean. Now in the tub, you're probably like, okay, sitting in a tub isn't gonna do anything. You can take a bath with bath bombs or Dettol. Now you're probably like, Aliyah, what the hell is Dettol? Let me explain. I'm gonna read the definition on my phone because I really don't have a way to explain it besides the definition, and then I'll like sum it up for you and tell you my personal experience with it. Dettol is an antiseptic disinfectant. So basically it means it cleans bacteria out. The problem with Dettol is that if you use too much, it can be harmful. So if you do decide to take a Dettol bath, only put a little bit in the tub. Dettol really does help clean out those toxins if you sit out there and soak from your punani cooter cat. I 10 out of 10 recommend, because you feel so clean after, and it just feels like a whole new like layer of skin is like, ugh, we're here, we didn't come to play. Bath bombs, I said, I recommend any bath bombs from Lush Cosmetics. I think they're all natural, all vegan, cruelty free. Lush has always been there when it comes to like face masks, shower stuff. So if you want any bath bombs, I recommend theirs, I guess. Is it bad not to shave all the time? Shaving is a chore, so if you don't want to shave all the time, I do not blame you. Shaving is so aggravating, especially because the hair isn't even gone for a whole day, but that's a different topic for a different day. Shaving should not be an obligation. You should not feel obligated to shave all the time. It's definitely your preference if you want to stay hairless all the time. Do not let anybody pressure you into shaving if you don't feel like it. I don't care if it's winter, I don't care if it's summer. Do not shave if you do not want to, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to live in your skin and deal with that. So if that's what you're comfortable with, if you're comfortable with not shaving, totally do it. That's up to you, because like I said, you're in your skin and you want to be comfortable. So if not shaving is what makes you comfortable, go for it, and don't let anybody tell you different or anybody pressure you into removing body hair, especially if it's against your religion or beliefs. At the end of the day, it's you. You need to be comfortable, and that's all that matters. Are tampons better than pads? Let me get comfortable for this, because I wrote a lot of notes on this. I am gonna go over what I personally like to do and then tell you the pros and cons of each, and then kind of give you like final thoughts. So this is going to be a long part of the video. If you don't want to hear this long part, you can skip to this time right here while I'll be answering the next thing. Let's go ahead and jump into the discussion about tampons and pads. I personally know that it depends on the person and what their body needs. So if you know your body needs tampons, use tampons. If you know your body needs pads, get pads. I personally like to alternate between tampons and pads. You're probably like, Aliyah, why? I notice this is totally too much information, but I really don't care. It's normal, it's life. All girls have to deal with this most of the time. I notice that when I use tampons, it lightens up my flow a lot, so that's why I like to use tampons on my second and third day. Now, even on my second and third day, I like to alternate between them, but I mainly use tampons. So if I'm really heavy on a regular day 2 or day 3 of my period, I go through about 3-4 tampons within the span of like 8 hours. And then when I say alternating between pads, when I use pads, I like to use pads at night, and on my lighter days I also like to use pads also, because it's just less of like a hassle. And sometimes tampons take a while to get in and like find the right angle to put it in, but like I said, all depends on the person. That's just my personal preference. And a lot of you ask me like what brands of tampons and pads I use, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you right now. For my heavier days, I love the U by Kotex. I have really heavy flow, so I have to get the heavy flow with wings, which is the green one. It lasts for a long time, but like I said, I switch between tampons and pads, so it really just depends on the flow of the day. At night, I like to use the U by Kotex all nighter overnight pads, because it is good to use pads overnight instead of tampons, and I'll explain in a second. I like to use the tampons by Kotex, the sleek ones, the Super Plus. These are really comfortable and really easy to put in, and the packaging on these these tampons and pads are so cute. The tampons come in these purples, these blues, and these greens, so they're all on theme. Both overnight and regular everyday pads have like cute patterns on them. They're all pretty different, so they make you feel like less sucky about you being on your period with their cute design. But I really like the U by Kotex brand because everything is so freaking absorbent. It's amazing, and like I said, I have a heavy flow, so when I need absorbent I can always turn to them. They never fail me. I've never leaked through any of these. The only time I ever leaked was through a tampon, and it was because I think I was really heavy, like abnormally heavy, and I didn't take it out soon enough. Now for my lighter days, yes, I have different brands for everything because when I find a period brand that I like and can trust, I stick to them. I suggest you do the same. But when it comes to pads on my lighter days, I like to use the Always Radiant Flex Foam because these are also super absorbent, so even if I'm on my light days, I don't have to worry about leaking through these also. And then if I'm having like a heavy light day, if that makes sense, I like the Tampax Radiant tampons. Their absorbent rate is like 6 to 9 grams, and then this absorbent rate is 6 to 9 also, but these are shorter. But I prefer these because it's longer and it gives you more space to, like, you know, absorb. So that's just what I personally use. So now we can get deep into the tampon versus pad discussion. Let's start with tampons, of course, because you know that has the most like downside, sadly. For my tampon people, you need to change your tampon every few hours. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how full it is. You need to change it because too long of a duration with the tampon, because you know tampons go inside you, too long of a tampon being stuck in there can lead to this thing called toxic shock syndrome. Now you're probably thinking, Aliyah, what the hell is toxic shock syndrome? Let me tell you. Toxic shock syndrome results from the overgrowth of bacteria called staph, which is in all women's bodies but can be dangerous when a tampon is left in for too long. So to all my tampon only users, please do not sleep with tampons in. I'm only saying this because I care about you. Toxic shock syndrome can be fatal, so if you use tampons, please alternate between tampons and pads. You can use tampons all day if you want, but make sure you use a pad at night to let yourself breathe and let that bacteria come out. Even as something as little as using an overnight pad at night, even if you don't like the feeling of like sneezing or like coughing and like laughing, all that stuff coming out, that lowers your chances of getting toxic shock syndrome tremendously, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. And I just want you to be safe. That's why I'm saying this. I'm not trying to talk you out to stop using tampons. You need to do it your body, like what you're comfortable doing, but I'm just saying at least be safe doing it and know the risk and the information behind what you're doing before you strictly use like tampons, you know? If you are clean about it and if you're safe about it, good for you, but the people who leave it in for an excessive amount of time and sleep in it, please stop. I'm saying this because I care about you. Once again, I don't want anything to happen to you, so just change it every few hours and sleep in pads, please. This is so sad. It's pretty rare, but it still happens, so I just want you to be safe with tampons if that's what you like to use. Now with pads, I'm gonna go over the pros of pads and the pros of tampons. So pros of pads, they're very easy to use and they're usable overnight. Literally all you have to do is rip it open, rip the wings off if you like wings, stick it in your underwear, close it up, keep on going, you know? But the cons of pads, they can be bulky depending on which brand you use, and you can't swim in them. So all the people who are like on swim team or like going into summer and like you get periods when you want to go swimming, pads aren't for you. But a pro of tampons is that you can swim in them and it's easier to do any other sport because you know it's very hideable, very small. You just push it in, call it a day. Just don't put the string in because then it's gonna be a trip to take it out. But some cons of tampons, like I said, toxic shock syndrome is a factor. And they're easy to forget about. I've honestly almost forgotten about a tampon once. I think I was coming up on my 4th or 5th hour of having it in there until I had to pee. And I was like, oh shoot, I have a tampon in. So I had to take my tampon out and then like pee, you know? Also, another thing, somebody asked, can you pee with the tampon in? Don't do that. That is not good. Like I said before, at the end of the day, you have to choose which one matches your lifestyle. I found that alternating between tampons and pads was safer for me and easier for me because my period is never the same. It's always irregular. I never have the same flow. It's always different. But okay, that's enough about pads and tampons. Let's go on to the next question. Do you think vaginal washes actually work? I think they do work, but some of them, depending on where you get them from, are not healthy for you. When it comes to washing like down there, you should really keep it like unscented, no dye, and just like a washcloth because you don't want to put anything up there that should not be up there, especially with harmful chemicals or anything. If you really stay on top of cleaning yourself in the shower as it is and you know you don't like smell down there, you're doing great. And I wouldn't recommend throwing in something that's like very heavily usually chemically infused because you don't want to throw off your pH. And if you're really thinking of looking into getting a vaginal wash, I 10 out of 10 would advise you to do some research on what people have said, what doctors have said about them, because I personally don't use them. I stick to unscented and undyed soap when it comes to down there. But down there specifically, you should really keep it very clean and organic, because like I said, you don't want to throw off your pH, which could further ruin the smelly smell down there. It all depends on the brand, honestly. What stuff should we take to school on the daily? What I have found out from my many years of schooling is that you should keep baby wipes, small deodorant, a small lotion, and spare tampons and pads and panty liners in your book bag or purses, whatever, wherever you're carrying anything, because you never know when accidents happen. You might smell a little musty, so get your little baby wipes, clean yourself up, go to the bathroom, get some soap on a paper towel, clean yourself up, put on some spare deodorant. If you're breaking out with like eczema or have some dry skin, you have lotion. If you surprise get your period, you have periods and tampons and panty liners. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I keep on me every day, no matter where I go, in my little book bag, when I go to school, when I go to the store. But just know, just because you have deodorant doesn't mean you can put it on right on top of your stench. Also, another thing, you're probably wondering why I didn't say body spray. If you smell bad and you spray body spray over your BO and must, you're not helping, you're making it worse. Deodorant and perfume is not effective unless you shower. So if you're gonna do that, at least get some soap and water and like wash up a little bit if you can and then use it. But just layering it all on top of each other is not helping your case at all. Remember that next time you go to gym. Not a question, but please remind people that even if it's cold outside, deodorant is still a necessity. This sent me. It's so crazy that people really think just because it's cold you don't gotta wear deodorant, and that's not the case. Even if it's cold, you need to wear deodorant. There's many reasons why, but I'm just gonna bubble it down to the scientific reasons so you can't argue with me. Your body still makes the bacteria that gives must its title. It still gives you BO, and I'm gonna get very scientific. So if I'm reading off my phone, just let me be. There's these things called apocrine glands. They are at target areas of the body, like your armpits or any, like, you know what I'm talking about, musty areas that can get musty. So these areas release proteins and lipids. Lipids are known for like being fatty acids and like having fatty things in them. Bacteria that is located on the outside of your armpit loves to munch on these lipids. If the bacteria is attacking the lipids, this leads to smell. So no matter how cold it is, the bacteria and lipids and proteins are always going to be at war. So please just wear deodorant. How to get rid of strawberry legs. If you don't know what strawberry legs are, scientific definition of strawberry legs: when the skin on your legs have darker spots and a follicular distribution, aka dark spots that look like strawberry spots. The darker spots represent open follicles, open pores, from hair removal and everything if you didn't take care of it nicely. The more oil, the more bacteria, the more hair is trapped in, and the darker they are. This is usually caused by not exfoliating, not moisturizing, using a dull razor when you're doing hair removal and whatnot. To prevent this, I exfoliate before I shave, and then I shave, and then I exfoliate after I shave. Now, exfoliating before I shave loosens up the hair follicles at the roots, and then shaving removes the hair, and then exfoliating after gets rid of any dead skin that was left on there or any pieces of really thin, small hair. It gets rid of that very well. So it doesn't matter what exfoliator you use. I recommend exfoliating 1 to 2 times a week so you can prevent strawberry legs. Now, I've been using this method for about a year now, and I saw it on BuzzFeed, surprisingly. I know, who would have thought they had something valuable on there? I 10 out of 10. If you haven't tried that method, definitely try it. Do you think mental health plays a role in personal hygiene? I 100% think mental health plays a role in hygiene. I'm about to talk purely on my personal experience, so if you want like facts, you can go look it up because I can't give you any. I'm just telling you what I've been through. When I go through like my seasonal like depressions and like stuff like that, it's hard for me to get out of bed like in the first place, let alone take care of myself physically. So like eating, showering, brushing teeth, doing hair, it's like a hassle for me. I like to give myself the goal or have like a reminder on my phone saying like, hey, you need to get up and like brush your teeth and like go shower. And usually when I'm in the shower, I'm still like sad, but I feel kind of proud of myself for like getting up and showering that day. Now I know some people have like it way more extreme than I do, but that's just what helps me personally. Knowing that I was able to get up and out the bed and go shower and wash myself off shows that like, hey, I have enough willpower to like get myself up and continue to take care of myself. Maybe this can turn around. And it wakes me up from like being tired all the time, and it makes me feel like I'm just washing away like some problems I have. Like, hey, I jumped over the hurdle of not being able to get up. That's just my personal experience. I know everybody is different when it comes to mental health. If you are going through a bad mental health stage, just know that you will get through this, and try to get up and at least brush your teeth. Take it a little step at a time. Start with brushing your teeth in the morning, and then maybe showering or like washing your hair, or maybe like get to showering twice a day to wake you up and make you feel like, hey, I got through this today. I was able to get up and take a shower and brush my teeth. And it's not anything to be ashamed of that you are so sad to the point that you can't get up and take care of yourself. I just want you to take care of yourself so so you don't get so deep into that hole it's hard to come out. So if you're down, just try to at least shower once a day, at least try to brush your teeth once a day, and hopefully I hope you get better soon if you are dealing with this. But that's just my 2 cents. So I had a lot of questions regarding what lotions, perfumes, stuff for sensitive skin and all that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and answer those now. Popular question I got was lotions I use and when. I prefer body butter over lotion. I definitely love the holiday body butters from the Body Shop. I got these from Ulta when they were on sale on Black Friday, but my favorite scent out of all these is the vanilla marshmallow scent, and then the other two I don't really care about. I prefer body butters over lotion because they last longer and they soak into my skin better, especially after I shave. But if I'm going for a very strong smelling scent all day, I like to use pairs of like lotions from Bath and Body Works or a plain lotion with a very strong perfume. Usually my go-to pair, you know, basic things. I like to use Japanese cherry blossom lotion and perfume together. The more you put together, the longer it will last. Also, somebody asked me what lotions are good for sensitive skin. I 10 out of 10 recommend anything Aveeno because it feels so nice, leaves your skin feeling so soft. If your skin is very sensitive, it's fragrance free, it lasts for 24 hours, and if you have really dry skin, it helps a lot. I get really dry skin in the winter, so this is what I like to use then. I was also asked what are my go-to perfumes. So my go-to perfumes are the One Direction Our Moment perfume. It's literally almost empty. There's a little bit left. I don't know if you can tell. And like I said before, I love Japanese cherry blossom when I match it with the lotion because it stays on longer and everything. So how do I prevent pit stains? My advice to you is to avoid light color shirts, so any like grays, any light colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Avoid that when it's hot if you can. But something on Google I found said that you can switch to an anti-perspirant instead of a deodorant that like calms down the amount of sweat that you give off. I don't know if it does anything for smell, but it lowers the gland numbers so you don't sweat as much. And Google also said don't use too much anti-perspirant, or you can wear a sweatproof undershirt. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this face mask and give you my final thought, the topic of this video, because you know that's what I love to do. I love putting in my 2 cents where people didn't ask. Here are my final thoughts on this whole hygiene topic. Like I said at the beginning of the video, at the end of the day, this is your decision how you decide to carry yourself and how you clean yourself. Do based off your thoughts, beliefs, religion, whatever you want to do. Just know I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just want you to take care of yourself in the safest way possible. Also, I hope that you got some information out of this video, and if you have any questions about this stuff, I hope you answer them. If you have any further questions, you can ask me down below. But sadly, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys kind of enjoy like my longer girl talk videos because they are fun to make and I love helping you guys. Even though I can't help you face to face, I can help you face to camera, which is camera to screen. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you like to give it a thumbs up and give me some questions that I didn't answer down below if you want any more answered, and give me any more girl talk topics you would love for me to go over. I love this series so far, even though it's only episode 2. But if you're new here, subscribe. I'd love for you to be part of the family. I do a lot of series. I love connecting with you guys, and thank you for watching again. I can't thank you enough for watching all the way to the end, but make sure you follow my socials to keep up with me when I'm off camera so you can interact with me, talk to me, be a part of future Q&As and video planning. I'm very in one with my followers and subscribers and supporters, so if you're really interested in people that interact with their people, I'm definitely one of them. Thank you so much again for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I love you all from the deepest part of my heart. Just remember that you're great the way you are. No matter how you take care of yourself, you're amazing, and I just want the best for you. So be safe, stay cute, stay who you are, don't change a thing. Thank you so much again for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.